Hello, good morning students. In this class we discuss about differential protection of transformer. So our topic is differential protection of transformer. So the scheme of differential protection we have discussed earlier classes. So in differential protection means in this type of protection there are two similar electrical quantities and then relay operates on the basis of magnitude difference in magnitude and phase angle of both the quantities. So differential protection for transformer includes several parts. So layout of this arrangement for differential protection. So first of all, there are three RYB phases. Then the transformer which we have to protect using differential protection. This transformer is connected in delta star format. Winding connection is delta and star. Primary winding of transformer is connected in delta, and secondary winding of transformer connected in star. So in delta connection, we connect one terminal of winding 1 to the second terminal of winding 2, or we can say that second terminal of winding first is connected to the first terminal of winding 2. Similarly, second terminal of winding 2 is connected to the first terminal of winding 3. So this type of connection is known as delta connection. Like terminals are A dash, B dash, and C dash. Means in delta connection, A dash is connected to B dash is connected to C, and C dash is connected to A. So this is type of winding connection is known as delta connection. Now in star connection, there are also three windings. A dash, suppose we take in capital letter A dash, B dash, and C dash. So in star connection, one terminal of each winding is common and other terminals are connected in phase or line. So this type of connection is known as star connection, and grounding, so star ground. Now this transformer is delta star connected transformer, and we have to protect this transformer using differential protection scheme. So in differential protection scheme, the device which we have to protect, it should consist of two CTs, one primary side of the equipment and secondary side of the element. So we connect 3 CT, one in each phase of the primary of transformer. So CT1 and secondary side CT2. Now main point is here that connection of CT is in such a manner that if there is winding connection is delta, then CT of that side will be connected in star form. Means these all CTs 1, these are connected in star form. Similarly, if winding connection of transformer is star connected, then CTs of that side will be connected in delta. So here connection of CT of each phase is connected in delta configuration. Delta means second point of CT2 is connected to the first point of CT1, and second point of CT2 is connected to the first point of CT3, and second point of CT3 is connected to the first point of CT1. So this is delta connection and this is star connection. Here one point of all the CT is common. So this is star connected CT and this is delta connected CT. Now output of CT primary side and output of CT of secondary side is connected with the help of pilot wires. We use pilot wires. So these wires are known as pilot wires. Pilot wires are those wires which are required to connect CT1 to CT2. Means output of CT1 and output of CT2 is connected with the help of pilot wires. In between them, we connect fuse and a balancing resistance. So fuse are used for overloading protection, and balancing resistance is required to balance the equipotential points, so that the relay coil is connected between two equipotential points. So this is the relay winding connection or relay coil connection in differential protection schemes. Next is we connect circuit breaker, and this is the coil of circuit breaker which is energized with the help of DC supply. So this is battery. Both side of transformer we connect circuit breaker. Circuit breaker at primary side, circuit breaker at secondary side. So we use two trip coils, one for primary side and second for secondary side. So this trip coil is used for circuit breaker at secondary end, and this trip coil is used for primary of the transformer. So this is the layout of differential protection scheme used for different protection of transformer, and the arrangement of elements of this protection scheme. Now we understand about the working of this scheme. So first we discuss in normal condition. In normal operating condition, supply is connected to the RYB and the transformer output, and it is supplying to the load. So when normal condition, rated current flow in the primary of transformer and rated current flow in the secondary of transformer. So output of CT at primary side is also rated current, and output of secondary of CT will also be rated current of secondary of CT. Now the output of CT1 at primary side and output of CT2 at secondary side is balanced in such a way that current in relay operating coil should be 0. In normal operating condition, there should not be any current flowing in the relay operating coil. So we use balancing resistance if there is any disturbance. So we use balancing resistance which are required to adjust the equipotential points. Okay. Now next is when there is some abnormal condition, or we can say that if there is any fault in the circuit. Suppose we can consider fault in transformer. There may be any type of fault, winding to winding connection fault, phase to phase fault, phase to earth fault, or turn to turn fault. Any type of fault may occur in the transformer. So in such condition, if fault occur at the secondary side of the transformer, at the secondary winding of the transformer, suppose the fault occur at the secondary winding of transformer, then output of CT1 is rated current, that is suppose I1, IR1, IY1 and IB1. But output of CT2 at secondary end, now it is IR2 dash, IY2 dash and IB2 B2 dash. So we can say that in balance condition, IR1 is equal to IR2, IY1 is equal to IY2, and IB1 is equal to IB2. This is for balanced condition. In abnormal condition, IR1 not equal to IR, IB1 Y1 not equal to IY, and IB1 not equal to IB2. In this way, difference of IR1 and IR2 is not 0. Similarly, IY1 minus IY2 is not 0. IB1 minus IB2 is not 0. So we can say that IR1 minus IR2 is equal to IR, IY1 minus IY2 is equal to IY, IB1 minus IB2 is equal to I0. There may be any value of IR naught, IY naught, and IB naught. So due to difference in output current of primary CT and output current of CT secondary, now resultant current will flow through the relay operating coil. So we know that IR0, IY0, and IB0. This current will energize the relay operating coils. So these relay operating coils are now plug the plunger, or these relay operating coil connect the trip circuit of circuit breaker. So these are the plungers which are mechanical, which are the conducting rods. So now when due to current flow, coils are energized. So there is flux developed in the coils and a magnet is produced in the coils. This magnet closes the contacts of the circuit breaker trip circuit. So now the contacts of trip circuit of circuit breakers get closed in this way. When the contacts of trip circuit are closed, then a current will flow in the trip coil of circuit breaker. So trip coil gets energized. Now this trip coil energized and pull the plunger. So when this coil pull the plunger, then contacts of the circuit breakers are open. In this way, our transformer is protected from the system. Similarly, when contacts are closed, then relay operating coil or trip coil of circuit breaker at primary end will also be get energized. So this coil pull up the plunger at primary side, due to which contacts of circuit breakers are open. Now our device which we have to be protected using differential protection has been isolated from the rest of the system. So this is the scheme of differential protection used for transformer protection. Here one concept for kick fuse. These fuse with relay coil are known as kick fuse. Kick fuse. Kick fuse. Because these fuse are used to protect the relay coil from unwanted tripping, such as when our transformer is initially energized, then magnetic current in the transformer is more times of its rated current. That is known as inrush current. Due to inrush current, output of primary at CT1 and output of secondary city is not balanced. So the resultant current flow in the relay operating coil which is high in magnitude. So to avoid this current we use kick fuses. So these fuses are used in case of sudden fault conditions. If there is sudden accident such as inrush current, inrush is a transient phenomenon. It is only for short time. So in these conditions, these kick fuse short the relay operating coil and avoid false operation of the relay. So this is the application of kick fuse which are required in parallel with relay operating coils. So in this class we have discussed about the each part of differential protection used for transformer protection. Now we write summary of this circuit and its operation. Construction, circuit. It includes first circuit breaker, differential relay, pilot wires, power transformer, fuse, kick fuse, and trip circuit of circuit breaker, and balancing resistance. And IV transformers. Last point is transformer. CTPT, instrument arm, CT. Now the circuit of differential protection includes circuit breaker, differential relay, pilot wires, power transformers, fuse, kick fuse, and balancing resistance, and instrument transformers, which are CTs. CTs are the sensing equipment of this protection scheme. So now, for concept of each part, suppose first we discuss about pilot wire. It connects output of CT1 to output of CT2. Means pilot wire is used to connect the primary CT output to the output of secondary CT. Second concept, fuse. Used for overload protection. Next, kick fuse. if you to avoid unwanted dripping. Unwanted dripping due to transient such as inrush current, and 4.8 balancing resistance. These are required to adjust equipotential point. These are the concept of each part of the protection system in differential protection scheme. So thank you for today class.